Spartan Engineers. I'm Jane Ivarian with the Center, and we're going to talk about career fairs. Specifically, we're going to talk about how you can become career fair ready with some preparation, some practice, and a little bit of Who logic. So I've split this session into 5 parts. Part 1, we'll talk about the purpose of a career fair. Part 2, we'll talk about preparing for career fairs. Part 3, what do you say during career fairs? And we'll bring in Who logic as a mechanism to help you craft your pitch. We'll talk a little bit about what you can do after the fair. And then to wrap up, I've got just a few more resources to share with you regarding preparation. So let's get started. Okay, what is the purpose of a career fair? It's to network. It's to learn. It's to connect with companies that you're interested in. And guess what? The same thing is happening on their end. They're learning about you. They're connecting with you. So conversations are happening, lots of exploration and lots of chatting. It's also an opportunity for you to explore potential jobs, internships, co-ops, and you get a chance to share your relevant skills and experiences. So if you remember nothing else, you're just having conversations at career fairs. You're networking and connecting. You do want to do a little preparation though. So I would suggest starting at Handshake. You want to take a look at the event details. Things like location. Where is this event being held? Is it inside? Is it outside? Is it a resume event? Is it a no resume event? Meaning that it might be a little less formal, a little more casual. A no resume event still means that you get to pitch a little bit about your skills and experiences, but it just might be a little more casual. Okay, the other thing is you can find out about attire expectations. So you do want to spend a little bit of time with event details because the more information you have, the better prepared you'll be. So inside Handshake, when you're looking at these events, you want to take a look at the list of registered companies, and then you want to make a list. You want to select your top companies. You can use a spreadsheet, you can just take notes, but you need to organize and structure and get ready for who you're going to talk with. So here's a sample. This is just a little spreadsheet. It's got 3 companies on it. Your company list may have 5 companies, it may have 10, it may have 20. You also want to know, is the company hiring? So are they recruiting? Are they specifically indicating on Handshake that they're recruiting at this event? If they are, you want to think about your top skills and how they align with the jobs that companies are recruiting for. If they aren't, if they're there really just to connect, get to know you, have a presence, you still want to think about your top skills and how they may be valuable to that company. Spend a little bit of time on the company website. Take a look at what they're highlighting. Make note of the things that excite you. Why would you do this? Because you're building conversation topics. The more information you have about the company, the easier it is to talk with them about those things. And you want to come up with a couple of questions. Companies love to get questions from you, especially your curiosity questions related to what they're working on. So again, this spreadsheet is just trying to help you get organized. It's helping you prepare for meaningful conversations. Okay, the other thing you need to think about in terms of preparation is what will you wear? The person on the slide, they're definitely in business formal. Do you need business formal? Well, that's where the event details can be helpful. If you're not sure, at least wear a nice shirt, wear nice slacks. The other thing you're going to want to think about, and again, this goes back to first impressions, even though we're living in a germ-centered world, you're probably going to shake some hands. And so when you shake hands, you want to have a firm handshake. You don't want to kill anybody, but a firm handshake is good. It demonstrates confidence. It demonstrates that you're comfortable in your skin. If you're not sure about your handshake, come on into the center and we'll practice with you. All right, let's go back again and take a look at this person. They're holding a portfolio. So they're probably at an on-site event. In that portfolio, they've got copies of their resume. If it's a resume event, they probably have notes about the company, maybe some notes about jobs. And if it's not a resume event, you could still carry a portfolio with you with notes. That's helpful. If it's a virtual event, you also want to make sure you've got a copy of your resume ready to send electronically. Speaking of your resume, know your resume. You've got these amazing skills and experiences articulated on that document. And that document can be your talking tool. It can help you even craft your pitch. And your pitch is probably going to be modified based on who you're talking to and what they care about. Most importantly at career fairs, be your authentic self. Just relax. You're having conversations. Okay. I want to show you a sample pitch. And this is coming from the pitch chapter from the Who Logic book. And in the book, we follow a character. Her name is Jane Avatar, and we follow her through the entire process of job market readiness. In the pitch chapter, she pitches multiple times. So I want to give you an example from the book, and it's what you see on the screen. So there's a digital marketing internship available at this company called UVW. Jane walks up to the table at the fair. She introduces herself. There's a little bit of small talk happening. And the company rep will, at some point, maybe ask for the resume, especially if it's a resume event. Or they may ask the person, Jane in this instance, to just talk a little bit about herself. Jane is waiting for that moment. She's done her homework. She's spent time with the digital marketing internship job posting, and she's ready. But she's kind of waiting for that moment for her to organically pitch. And when it happens, she says this: I know that UVW values entrepreneurial thinking and innovative technology usage. I do too. I really enjoy engaging customers using digital outreach. In fact, while I was working for a small local restaurant, I noticed that they didn't have any social media and their customer traffic was down. So I shared my knowledge. I pitched the power of outreach campaigns, and the owner gave me a chance and put me in charge of this initiative. So I built Facebook and Instagram accounts. I built communication plans. I offered coupons and incentives. I even utilized Google Analytics to measure traffic. And within 6 months of launch, the restaurant experienced a 25% increase in revenues. It was a really fun experience, and it was just great to know that I helped the company boost profits. That's her pitch. And we've used Who Logic to create it. This is just a bulleted value point from her resume, but we created a story out of it. So you should be able to see the what, the how, and the outcome. And all of these skills are related to the digital marketing internship. So after that pitch moment, the conversation continues. Maybe Jane notices that there's a line building, so she needs to finish up. And at some point, the conversation is going to come to an end. But before it does, before she moves on to other companies, she's going to try to get some contact information, maybe the person's business card, or maybe she's going to ask if she can reach out via LinkedIn to connect with that person. Why is she doing that? Because after the fair, she's going to send a thank you note. It shows gratitude. It may even help that company representative remember her. Now, in this instance, I used ChatGPT to help create this draft thank you note. It made it just a little bit easier and quicker. I went in and I did some editing. I customized this, but ChatGPT was really helpful. So if you need that, go ahead and use it. So, do you feel more career fair ready? I hope so. We talked about the purpose of career fairs. They're conversations. They're a way for you to connect with companies and for them to connect with you. We talked about how you prepare, building your company list, doing research. We even took a look at a sample pitch, and then we talked about what you can do after the fair. A few more resources for you. Chapter 6, the pitch chapter from Who Logic, is available on our website at careers.egr.msu.edu, where you will find all kinds of resources. You can also practice your pitch. Just go to Interview Stream. It's inside Handshake. All you need to do is just choose the tell me about yourself question, hit record, and you're practicing. You can see yourself. I hope you feel more career fair ready. I'm sure you are. So go have great conversations and have fun with this. Thanks.